So this was my cottage on this farm. Come on, buddy. All right, I'm getting ready to leave. What's going on, you guys? So I'm in a small town in Northern California called Oakdale. And this town is known for its walnuts, pecans, almonds. It's actually mostly almonds right now. I wanted to photograph life around this small town, and I was here for another job, so I thought this is a great opportunity to do this, and then further great opportunity to show you guys that you can do life and street photography with just your iPhone or whatever smartphone you have. But we're doing it in two unique ways. Number one, we're doing it in a small town America versus a major American city, which so many channels do, and I love that. But I wanted to show that you don't need to be a big epicenter, near a big epicenter as a photographer. You could do it in any street USA. And then number two, we're gonna be doing it with my iPhone. That's it, not a big expensive camera. So I'll have my Osmo Action strap right here, and then I'll have my iPhone right in front of me. You're gonna be able to see me taking pictures, and then I'm gonna tell you what to look for. And at the end of the video, you're gonna be able to actually see the pictures and see my color post process for these street photos. Focus on how much I'm using shadows and shapes in this one. And then at the end, I'm gonna show you one of my favorite apps. It resembles film, so we'll be going through that post process too, and I'll post those at the end of the video. Okay, so let's get started. Yes! Okay, you guys, so slide number one, I used the lines that I saw, so you guys can see that I had to step out into the street and I wanted to get this picture done. But what I like are the lines in the bottom corners coming into the center. This has a lot of geometric shapes, and that's what I like about it. Okay, photo number two are my new friends that were at the Airbnb that I stayed at. We got Mr. Goat and we got Mr. Pig. They were there with me for several days, so I wanted to take a little portrait of them, and this is what you see. It really wasn't so much a strategic picture that I took here. I just wanted to show them the way that they looked up at me when I brought them fruit every single morning before I left. So that's what that is. On photo number three, I took a picture of this door. Now, this is a very traditional door that you see in a lot of places, but I did like the way that I call them rays of light, but it looks like a sunbeam almost, and the metal rods are going in all different directions, so I like that. And then the photo on the right, I really liked how the sun was reflecting on the glass. The glass had a little bit of a film to it, and that was shining the shape of the glass right back onto the sidewalk. So I like that, and that's why I put those together. So for this one, you guys, I just like the idea that it was right before Halloween and there was some stuff in the window and I could just see a picture of myself taking a picture. It's very faint here, and the same thing goes with the store picture. This was an abandoned empty store, so I'm squatting down on the ground and I was getting that, and I like the diamond shape on the floor in the center, and it's somewhat similar to the ceiling, but not really exactly. So for this one, you guys, I photographed my car. I really wanted to bring the exposure down while making sure that I pushed down on my screen and I kept the focus. So I did the automatic exposure and automatic focus lock. So the picture on the right is the side of the car, and I really like that. I like that the shadows are pitch black and it goes into the trees. The sky is dark, and all we're really seeing is the highlights of the car, and it helps create a shape. And then on the left, I was out talking to you guys and I was recording some stuff by the almond trees, and I come back and there's like, how many flies are there on this picture? So I just took a picture of these little flies landing on the front of the car, and that's all that is. This was me walking back after I saw the farmers feeding the big cows or bulls, and I really liked the car tracks that were made. So I just like that, and I like the shape of it too. I guess I was really photographing geometric shapes on this trip, so I like that band going across, and that's how I photographed this. And I just wanted this diagonal band. Pretty much that's it. For this one, I just have a motorcyclist going by, and I realized that if I moved the camera with him, then he would be in focus and we would get just a little bit of blur in the background. I took some without this technique, like where the cars were going by, and when I took the picture and I was static and didn't move the camera, then I would get a blur with the car. So in this case, I thought, you know what, when this motorcycle comes, I'm gonna take the picture and move my camera just a little bit and get that in focus. So for this one, these are the almond farms, and I just wanted to photograph it, and I wanted to come down lower, so I got more of the ground in the frame. It's a row of trees. It's not that special, but I wanted to document it because this town is known for the almond crops that they have, and it's important just to do that. And I wanted to make sure that I paid tribute to the town, and I really showed everybody all the different angles of the town. For this one, it's right before Halloween. I loved all the pumpkins laid out like that. It's so plentiful, and it was right next to a farm field of almond trees. So I stopped there to get some fruit, and I stopped there to photograph the flag and see what else I can purchase. I just like the colors of the pumpkins that are orange, and I really wanted to enhance the shadows. I'm big on shadows. And then I also wanted to, when you bring down the exposure, you're also really enhancing the shadows. But the byproduct of that, which I like, the blue in the sky, really pops out also. So that's what this photo is about. I'm a fan of reflection shots, but this was so 1980s dynasty style with all the chandeliers and the crystals and everything. It's a little over the top, but I wanted to capture it, and I wanted to capture a reflection of the city in the background. That's about it. I just wanted to get the store window life also. Okay guys, number 23 is nothing more than just a picture of myself. I rarely take pictures of myself, so I'm trying to document myself more as I do these videos for you guys, just to take pictures of myself, so one day I can look back and say I existed, you know? So that's what this picture is, and I encourage you guys to capture yourself a little bit more often. So here's something that I pulled over on the side of the highway, and I wanted to photograph all the Donald Trump signs. Now, there were some official signs from the campaign, and then there were some homemade signs like this one, vote for Trump, be free. And aside from where people believe politically, like when I'm taking a picture and I'm documenting something, it's none of my business to make a decision about something. It's my job to tell a story. And so I saw so many signs that were pro-Trump. This was a very red city or red county. You guys, this is one of my favorite pictures. I like action shots, and I used on the Fimo app the Super HR 100 film that they have, and I photographed this. The guys were really they were on their lunch break, but they were digging in the streets, and it was next to the burger joint. So I walked across the street, and I just saw this water running for a while. What I really love about it is just how crystal clear it is, and I love the splash that is on the ground. So I wanted to photograph that, and to me this is true street photography. I quickly took the picture and I left because it looked like I was gonna report them to authorities for running the water nonstop, but I just like the picture, you know, the clear water, and that's pretty much that. So on the Fimo app, this is a Super HR 100 film filter. So this one, saw this parked on the side of the road. It's just a super beautiful, I think it's from the 70s, this green Porsche, and it looked like the original paint because it was definitely patchy in certain parts too. So I just liked it. It was such a standout picture. Could imagine whoever was driving this was just drive around these lonely roads of this farm town and, you know, be able to able to go the speed that they wanted. So I just liked it, and I'm a fan of green. It's one of my favorite colors. And then I also like that the ground behind it, there was really no other color, so it helped the green pop out even more. This one, you guys, as I'm walking to the burger joint, I saw the shopping cart, and then I saw the reflection of a car, and you can see its shadow on the bottom left, but you can see the reflection of the car causing this really cool wavy vibe. And I liked that it was going right above the shopping cart. So I just liked that. I liked the way it was illuminating the wall, and it's one of my first photos that I took. It didn't underline the shopping cart. It was like a line right over it, but I just like that. In hindsight, I wish that all of the shopping cart was in the sun or in the shade, but it doesn't bother me too much because the line of the sun comes into the corner. If you look at the front of the shopping cart, the right hand front corner, it cuts in right there. So it kind of comes to a completion, and I'm okay with that. You can't photograph a small American town without photographing the American flag. And believe it or not, I actually had to take several of these pictures because every time I took a picture, that flag would either not perform or overly perform. Like it would look like it was frozen out there or it was down. So I finally got one of it because I wanted to see the little ripples in the waves, and I wanted to see the sun behind the American flag so that it glowed, so that it had a glow against the sky, and that was important to me. So this was at the local farm fruit stand, and this was right 30 seconds before I thought a bee was gonna sting me, and I overreacted. So, but anyways, this is the American flag one. On my way out, on my last day, I was just about to leave town. So I have this thing, you guys, I don't know if you knew, but I always wanted to live in a small town, and I wanted to be a farmer or just have a few animals, and that's about it. But I really love that I was able to see them flooding the farm fields, and that's how they do their deep watering. So these are almond trees, and I liked it, and I liked that I could see the reflection of the trees, and all the way at the end there's like that little tunnel that the trees have made. So I just stopped. This is on the side of the road, and you can see the water. Obviously in the video you can see it's coming up. It's fascinating, you know. So, or maybe it's just fascinating to me because in another life I feel like I was a farmer, so that's why. Okay guys, I'm using the almond trees as my tripod. So I'm an almond farm, obviously. I want to close out this video by saying thank you for watching it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click subscribe if you want to see more of this. Hit the bell, and I'm going to be doing more photography exercises. I'll see you guys next time. Check out this video right here that's going to help you photograph models and makeup, and it's going to help you out a lot. All right, you guys, my name is Walid Azami. I will talk to you next time before somebody out here tries to kill me. I gotta go. Bye. This